channel, and today in my video I'll be discussing regarding the worst case analysis testing in the boundary value analysis. So in my previous two videos I have discussed regarding the BVC, that is the boundary value check, and the robustness testing, so you can check those videos there. So this worst case testing is nothing but an extension over the BVC which you have solved. Like all the test cases which you have in the BVC are the superset of this. Means this is the biggest possible test case solution. Means for each and every value we will be testing and writing the test cases. So this is a bit complicated. Not complicated, actually the memory required to store this would be increasing exponentially. So this is the biggest of the test cases have been encountered so far as compared to the robustness and the BVC. So let's get started. So the worst case testing is done when more than the one extreme values are held for testing. Then it is called as the worst case analysis. So in our robust case testing, we have seen that only the maximum value we used to test it outside, greater than one value greater than the maximum and one value less than the minimum. So in worst case analysis, all the values which it has, we test it all along the extreme and all along the less than or greater than. So that's a big difference between the robust case and the worst case and the BVC. And the test cases of BVA which you get or create are the subset of this. Means this is a superset of all the, that is the parent of all the other testing, and it requires more number of effort that we will encounter while solving the problem. And the number of test cases generated here is 5 raised to n. So you can estimate if only one input is there, then it's well and good. Only 5 test cases we have to design. The n is 2, it slightly increases to 25, and if it is 3, then it is 125. So you can estimate how many number of test cases you will have to actually write and design for this. And so it increases exponentially with this number of test cases generated. So we'll start this problem. So the same problem I have taken, that we have the range, input range, as for A we have 1 to 10 and for B we have 1 to 5. We'll calculate the output for A raised to B, and so the number of test cases which are required for the worst case analysis would be 5 raised to n. So we have two inputs, that is A and B. It would be 5 raised to 2, that is 25 number of test cases we have to design for this. So let's get started. So first we have the test case number, the A value, B value, and A raised to B. Next we write the test cases numbers. So 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, 006, 007, 008, 009, 010, 011, 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, and likewise we have to design for 025. So space problem is there. So this is a problem with the worst case analysis that we have to encounter while solving in the exams also. This is the biggest problem that we encounter when the number of input sizes goes on increasing. So we have to design like 017, 018, 019, 020, 021, 022, 023, 024, 025. So this ends here. And so the values, the input values A and B, that would be getting from the robust case and the boundary value analysis. So we'll be considering only from the robust case testing, since in robust case testing we had the minimum value -1. So in that the last value was 0. So we'll be considering only for either A or B. So I will be considering only for B, not for A. So in this, first we write those values for robust case testing, like we have 10, 1, 9, 2, like that we had this value. So we'll be writing this there. So in this we first have the values from the robust case testing for A as 10. So we write it as 6 times for this. So 10, 10, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Next we write it as 1, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Next we have 9, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And we have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and the final value, that would be obviously the nominal value, that would be 5, and this makes this column. Now we'll fill the B column. B column is taken by from the B. We have the similar values, that is 5142 and 60. So similarly we have to write this 514260, 514260, 51460, and we have one more 3, so I have missed somewhere here. So you can actually write it and solve this problem. So we'll calculate these values, that this is 10 raised to 5, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, so it is 10, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is 100, this is 10 raised to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 raised to 0 is 1, 10 raised to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is 1, this is, this everything will be 1. Let's do 1 raised to 6, 1 raised to 0 is 1 also. This is 1. 9 raised to 1 is 9. This will be 59049. You can calculate this. And 9 square is 81. And so a slight mistake has happened here. 531441. And 9 raised to 0 is 1. And this value is 81. And you have 6561 here, 6561, and this value, that is 531441, will be here. And 2 raised to 1 is 2. This will be 16. This will be 4. This will be 32. 2 raised to 0 is 1. And here one value is there. I missed it out. This is one value is there, 64, and you have then 32. And then 2 raised to 0 is 1, and then you have 125. So it's bit like mismatch has occurred in this. So no worries, this problem you can solve it easily. But the thing is that the number of test cases goes on increasing exponentially. So this is all about this worst case analysis in the software testing and quality assurance. So I'm drawing this. So it is big. As you can see, there is a problem which takes 3 inputs. So that I'm not solving that, because that is much bigger than this board. So it will be taking 125 number of test cases. So you can actually calculate this. You can sit and actually calculate this, and we can estimate this output. Obviously it is somewhere up and down. So sorry for that. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. And if you have any subscribe for this video more, and if you have any queries or comments, please put it in the comment box below. Thank you for watching this video.